often when we're on location, we don't have the amount of time that we really require to capture the full scene, or so it may seem. In this video, I'm going to show you from a very short trip that I did to the Norwegian Fjords, where I managed to catch what I think are some great images. So I'm going to go through these and explain to you my thinking, and also the fact that I really just captured these on a very short 3 to 4 hour trip. And wow, the fjords of Norway do not disappoint. This trip was taken out of Bergen, which is a fantastic city in its own right. And I will be doing another video just of Bergen. I'll be doing a landscape photographer's view. It's not really a street photography video, that one. So check that out. I'll put the link in the description down below once that video is released. What I'll do in this video is present a series of different locations, such as the entrance to the fjords, the details in the fjords, and some of the man-made structures within them as well. And as you'll see from the images, the time that I had there, the few hours, it was really stormy. Now that may put some people off, but actually this made for a superb atmospheric day. And I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, that these pictures really demonstrate that you don't need bluebird days. Stormy days in the fjords on landscape photography is actually creating much greater and stronger images. And before we start with our first location and our first images, just let you know that for this exercise, I set my camera to manual so that I could set the shutter speed accordingly and the aperture, but I used automatic ISO. This was the best setting for the day because of the overcast conditions. It really allowed me to control my exposure through the aperture and the shutter speed while the camera took care of my ISO. And I'll present the technical details in each of the images that I'm going to be displaying to you as well. My first objective was to capture the essence of the entrances to the fjords, to really get the atmosphere created by the stormy conditions. And in this first series of images captured, I really hoped to do that, zooming in on the fjord entrances, the reflections in the water, and the way that the lines of the fjord sides and the valleys went into the distance underneath, and a combination of both colour and monochrome images really to grab the essence, the atmosphere that was created by the stormy clouds. And as we approached the fjords, the mist hanging over the sea created a most surreal and mysterious atmosphere for the very few ships that were out in it. This allowed me to capture the almost ghostly scenes. And the atmosphere created by the mist and the clouds clinging to the sides of the fjords was absolutely phenomenal. The images that I managed to capture here of the tree lines, the ridges with the clouds behind them, layers along the sides, and the ridge lines themselves with the trees silhouetted against the sky, and the forest stretching into the distance. Unbelievably great, and the colours of the trees captured under the grey skies, along with the waterfalls pouring out from between the trees. There are a number of structures and settlements along the fjord banks, pretty far and few between once you leave Bergen, but here's a very brief sample of the houses, the churches in these settlements, and also a sample of one of the lighthouses as we progressed down the fjords. These show the effect of reflection and also the isolation of some of these structures. And cutting down through the cliffs of the fjord sides are numerous waterfalls. Some of them cascade down the cliffs, others dissect the vertical cliff walls. And here we can see a number of images that demonstrate the height and scale as the water cascades from the storm clouds through the rocks, down the cliff faces into the ocean. Absolutely stunning, whether they be showing the whole landscape or zoomed in. And I really hope that you enjoyed these. I hope that it demonstrated that you can get really good images in a short time frame when on some kind of trip or journey that you may be on. You don't need days on location to get those really good images and go beyond, if you like, the holiday snaps. So I hope this has proven useful. If it has, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support is massive and it really helps the channel grow. So thank you very much for your time, and I will see you soon. And remember to please check out my other video on Bergen once that's released.